Welcome to another episode of AKRME Fitness, your favorite YouTube fitness channel. This episode is featuring myself, Ashley and Jon, and we are working on our triceps. So the thing about me is I value high reps, and a lot of times I get those high reps by combining different exercises. So this is one of those cases. We did 4 grip tricep extensions. What I mean by 4 grips is the first grip, I did overhead reverse grip tricep extensions. Then I did regular grip overhead tricep extensions. Now, as you can see, I'm performing another version of tricep extensions, reverse grip, and then I'm going to do another version of regular grip tricep extensions. So in all, I changed my hands 4 different times, and I did 10 sets per hand grip. So this exercise, of course, is for your triceps, like I said already. Aspire to inspire before we expire is a clever way of saying do your best to inspire people before you die. And it's as simple as that. When you make a commitment, you're creating hope in yourself, putting yourself in a position where you can hope for things. When you keep the commitment, that's when you are building a good relationship with yourself. You're building trust in yourself. You're building self-confidence because you know that you are not a liar to yourself. And if you're not a liar to yourself, that puts you in a position where you can trust you, and eventually other folks will be able to trust you because they will know that you are an individual of your word that stands on your word and stands on your business. Because you say what you mean and you do what you say, and that carries a lot of weight in this world, both with yourself and with other individuals that would like to count on you for whatever reason. Says she loves herself enough to do better, and that makes sense because at the end of the day, when you do better, you are going to be the primary individual that benefits from you doing better. For a long time, I've been aware of the fact that working out is more than just a physical thing. It's more than just to improve your physical appearance. But it's very encouraging when those who I am training gain that knowledge and that understanding. And oftentimes, that's when their mentality really starts to change about working out, when they realize it's for something more than just their physical looks. And that's when the change starts to occur in them. The statement that you see and you read before you is how Zig Ziglar said it. Eric Thomas said something very similar, but he said, okay, everybody gets knocked down, and he can't blame you. That's not your fault that you got knocked down, but it is your fault if you don't get back up. If you get knocked down and he comes back 2 weeks later and you're still in the same spot, well, that now he faults you. That's your fault because it's a decision that you've made not to get back up. He said if you in the same spot that you've been for 20 years, that is your fault. And that really resonated with me because, things were done to me. I feel like, I may have perceived them wrong as a child or whatever. That's neither here nor there because what you think is your reality is your reality. So the point is, things happened as a child that induced anger in me. But that was as a child. I can't hold on to that same anger 20, 30, 40 years later. Now, that becomes a problem that Eric Thomas can blame me for because I am still on the ground from something that happened 20, 30 years ago. Get back up and keep moving forward no matter what happened to you. That's the past. Leave it in the past. A slip-up should never become your excuse to give up. If you give up just because you made a mistake, then in my mind, I feel like you were looking for a reason to give up anyway, because anybody that really wants something is not going to allow one mistake to stop them from chasing their goals. So if you make a mistake, act like a determined individual that really wants to achieve their goals and learn from that mistake. Apply that mistake, apply the lessons that you learn from that mistake to the work that you're doing so that you don't make that mistake again and you move forward. Not only train like your worst enemy is watching, Train like he's watching, trying to pick you apart, trying to analyze every move that you make so that he can use the weaknesses that he finds in your armor against you. He's looking for ways to defeat you, make your workout so strong and so thorough that he has to look infinitely for these weaknesses, these chinks in your armor, because they just don't exist. Train so hard that you have confidence that if your adversary opposes you at any minute, you are prepared for them. Train hard, train hard, train hard. Your focus creates your reality, and the reason that is because whatever you focus on is going to multiply in your life. If you're an angry individual and you focus on angry thoughts all the time, then more angry thoughts are going to multiply. And not only that, you're going to be drawn to other angry individuals because that energy is going to be put into the universe, and it's going to attract other individuals like it. So if you want to be positive and have a positive life, then you have to think positive thoughts. And like I said, I just literally told my friend this the other day, and I see why she's so successful, because she pours nothing but positivity into herself. The same energy is poured into her no matter where she is, who she's around. That same energy is being poured into her. So she has selectively selected individuals who are on the same positive wavelength as her, so that she her positivity has no choice but to flourish in her life, because that is all that she surrounds herself with in her life. So that's a good individual to emulate, because if you really want to have good things and be a good person and think good thoughts, then that's what you have to do, is not just think good thoughts, but surround yourself with other individuals who think good thoughts, so that everything being poured into you is positivity, and you attract more positivity. Your success or failure is found in your daily routine. The habits that you have are what make or break you. So you can have either the habits of a successful person or the habits of a quitter. So that's why it's important not to establish patterns of not doing what you say, or quitting, or giving up before you see what the outcome is going to actually be, because that establishes habits. And like I said, those will be habits of a quitter as opposed to habits of someone who succeeds, that doesn't give up no matter what. Habits of an individual that sticks it out until the end, and if they do fail, they learn from that failure and reapply what they have learned until they succeed. It's all about your habits or your daily routines, as they say in this statement, this quote. Feel the dark magic. So you go in the gym today, you go crazy hard, real hard, and just intense. You have an awesome, just terrific workout. But you don't go back to the gym for 2 weeks. You do it again, same thing, in 2 weeks. And you're wondering where your results are. Whereas this other individual goes today, tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. Workout's not as intense, but it's consistent. The individual that's going to see the results faster is going to be the one who goes today, tomorrow, the next day, and just, gets the adequate rest, of course. But that consistent routine is going to beat the individual who goes just once or twice every now and then and is real intense, because it takes the consistency to see the results. As always, I want to thank you for watching another episode of AKRME Fitness, where we create a climate conducive for our clients to gain confidence and change the world one workout at a time. With that being said, me, Ashley, and Jon are out of here, but we'll be back soon with more exercises for you. See you guys then.